Israeli soldiers have fatally shot a Palestinian teenager in the occupied West Bank. Palestinian health officials say 3 other people were also wounded after Israeli troops opened fire on their car in the city of Ramallah. Israeli military claims that the Palestinian men threw firebombs at Jewish people. The death puts at 285 the number of Palestinians killed by the Israeli regime since October 2015, when Tel Aviv stepped up its crackdown in the occupied territories. Press TV's Mona Kandil joins us now from Ramallah to bring us up to speed on the recent events that took place near that city. Mona?
Well, short, as you have mentioned, a 17-year-old Palestinian, Muhammad al-Hattab, was shot dead this night. 3 others of his friends were seriously wounded. 2 of them are in very serious condition, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health. Now, according to the statement of the Palestinian Ministry of Health, the 4 were the Israeli forces in the Beit El settlement opened fire at the 4. They were inside their vehicle. They are from the refugee camp of Al-Jalazon to the north of occupied city of Ramallah, and it's also adjacent to the illegal settlement of Beit El. Israeli military opened fire and killed this Palestinian young man. The Israeli military claims that the 4 were in their vehicle, and then one of them get out of the vehicle and threw a Molotov cocktail at the Israeli military tower at the entrance of the Beit El settlement. Then the Israeli forces opened heavy fire, and the incident took place. Palestinians. It's another murder, it's another crime committed by the Israeli forces, and this incident encourages the Israeli soldiers to continue committing their crimes against Palestinians, especially children. We are speaking about this Palestinian and 17-year-old. The 3 others are also 18 years old. After the Palestinian Ministry of Health announced the death of this teenager, Muhammad al-Hattab, clashes erupted between Palestinian youths from the refugee camp of Al-Jalazon and Israeli soldiers who opened heavy fire and threw gas canisters towards the Palestinian youths, who also threw stones at the Israeli soldiers. And then Israeli military gets out from the military tower and the Israeli settlement, and they are, until the moment the clashes are taking place, it seems that as usual, the Israeli forces in the midnight would storm the refugee camp of Al-Jalazon and conduct arrest campaigns. Now, several human rights organizations have accused Israeli forces in the past of committing cold-blood killings against Palestinians, of carrying out judicial killings in the streets of the occupied West Bank. And every time Israeli troops try to convince the international community and the world that the Palestinian youths are the attackers and the Israeli soldiers are only trying to defend themselves. However, as we know that the Beit El settlement and the other settlements are built on privately owned Palestinian lands, the Israeli soldiers and military continue deploying around these settlements in order to protect the Israeli settlers, and at the same time continue to attack the Palestinian youths and Palestinians in general for the safety and the security of the Israeli settlers, who are well known for being the most racist Israelis here in the occupied West Bank.
All right, thank you very much, Mona. Press TV's Mona Kandil joining us from Ramallah.